Now the next categorization of industries or classification of industries is on the basis of raw material. First one we discussed was on the basis of size. This is the second one on the basis of raw material. And the third one is on the basis of ownership. So first, the second one, that is on the basis of raw material, industries can be classified into four industries. Okay, like we all know that raw material, the kind of raw material that they use is basically different. So the first one is agro-based industries. These process the agricultural raw material to produce finished goods, like cotton textiles from cotton, jute from. So it is basically the agricultural. You can say the process the agricultural raw materials. Okay, so example for all the industries you have to remember. So agro based use agricultural products and raw materials to make finished goods. Okay, they are important in countries like India, where agriculture is the main occupation of the population. Okay, then comes the forest based industries like timber, herbs, grasses. Now any business or any industry related to timber or herbs or grasses, okay, all this is forest based. Sports goods which are made up of wood, rubber goods, paper industry, that is a forest based industry because it's dependent on bamboo. So again, the industries which use the forest based products are called forest based industries. Then the next one is the pastoral based. Okay, so pastoral means these industries use materials obtained from animals as raw material, like dairy products. So if you take this example of dairy, means that you have cows or buffaloes and you are running a business of dairy and milk products. Okay, so they use materials obtained from animals. Okay, you can also you can also learn about the this thing the uh, business of beef or meat. Okay, or the business of woolen or silk textiles which are dependent on animals. Now the other one is mineral based. Minerals based industries use products from the sea. They use products from seas or oceans. Okay, and as raw materials, example, industries processing seafood or manufacturing fish oil. So fish oil or seafood, all this is coming from the sea, so they are called mineral based industries. I hope it is very clear. It is very easy and self explanatory. Okay, then on the basis of ownership, now there are four categories. Okay, first one is public sector. Now these are owned and operated by government, and its agencies are in the name of state. Like I told you, public also means the government, so they are owned by the government. Okay, and they are also called, in the name of states. Clear? They are developed with the objective of national benefit. You remember in the mixed economy, also in the social economy, the basic aim was of the social welfare. Okay, so the basic aim is for of the national benefit. So why these industries are running? Key industries of strategic importance are all the important industries, means the key industries. They fall under the public sector. Like examples, if you take the SAIL, Steel Authority of India, the Bharat Heavy Electricals Limited, all the iron and steel industries. So these are the key industries on which any country is progressing. All that is in the control of the government. It is under the state. Coming on to the private sector industries are owned by the individual. Okay, individuals or group of individuals. Okay, like we discussed about the capitalist economy, it was privately owned. Investments are made by wealthy individuals who have funds to invest in large scale operations. So if a person has got a lot of capital, he can go in for private sector this thing industries. Okay, now investments are made and the profits are enjoyed by the individuals who have, and whosoever is whosoever is investing the capital in this industry, he is you can say he is going to enjoy the profits which he earns, and he is also going to enjoy he is also going to bear the losses if he incurs any. So it is purely an individual based economy, not economy, an industry. Okay, and a very very common example is of TISCO, Tata Iron and Steel Company. Okay, and Reliance Group, that is also a very private individual who owns a big industry. Okay, so all the wealthy individuals can set up industry, and that will be termed under the private sector industries. Okay. Now, joint sector, when an industry is jointly managed by public sector and the private sector, when an individual he agrees and he enters into an agreement wherein the company is administered both by the government and by the private, then it falls under the joint sector. Okay, and an example of this is Oil India Limited. Okay, so this also you have to learn what is the example of joint sector. It is an industry, it is a company which is owned both by the government and the private sector. Now, cooperative sector, when the producers and the suppliers of raw material as well as the workers pool their resources and operate as an industry, it is called a cooperative sector. Okay, when for example, if I own a sugar mill and if you are farmers who are growing sugarcane, so what we can do, we can have a cooperative setup wherein I will agree to market your produce, I will agree to purchase sugarcane from you and process it into sugar and then sell in the market, and then maybe we can distribute the profit accordingly. So that is a cooperative sector setup where the producers and the suppliers of raw material, they work together in cooperation. Okay, now there is another culture which is common, which is called the MNC culture, or we call it the multinational companies. Many of your siblings would be working in multinational companies these days. Multinational means those companies which have their presence in more than one country. Okay, they involve very huge investments made by a particular firm. For example, if you take the example of LG or Samsung or Nokia, these companies are existing in other countries also. Such companies help in raising the standard of living of people. Now, people working in the MNCs, they get very handsomely paid, and obviously then their standard of living also improves. Okay, I hope it is clear. So children, today we discussed all the three bases on which the industries are classified. You all are requested to go through it from the book, and I will be asking you questions in the online class. Thank you.